Hello students and welcome to class. My name is Scott. I'll be the teacher for this lesson. To get started, let's take a moment and introduce ourselves. So Sahar, could we start with you? Where are you from, Sahar? Alright, thank you very much. Very nice to meet you. And Al-Kaiza, how about you? Where are you from? So go ahead, Al-Kaiza. I'm not sure if that's how to pronounce your name. Where are you from? Alright, I'm not hearing response from you there. If you are having trouble, please go into the meeting menu at the top of the screen and run the audio setup wizard. So first meeting, then audio setup wizard. Should fix any problems you're having. Looks like we've got a few students in class now, so let's get started with our lesson. Our topic for today is going to be providing customer service. So we're going to talk about our experiences shopping and what we like and don't like in stores. So our first question here, do you enjoy shopping? What type of shopping do you like? For example, grocery shopping or shopping for clothes. So please raise your hand to answer.
Hi, it's Alcides. I hope you're hearing me. Yes, I enjoy shopping. Yes, I had.
And what sort of shopping do you like?
Microphone. Clothes, especially clothes. I like shoes and clothes.
All right, thank you very much. Nice to hear from you in the class.
Thank you.
Sahar, go ahead next. All right, thank you very much. I don't really like shopping for clothes. But I rather like shopping for electronics and technology. Alceza, when you're not speaking, can you please turn off your microphone? And Fang, go ahead next, please. Alright, thank you very much there. And Thiago, let's hear from you last, please. Let's go ahead, please, Thiago. Alright, thank you. So let's look at our first question here to really get us started, talking about customer service. So think of a store where you hate to shop. Give the class some reasons why you dislike shopping there. So not a store that you like, but one that you don't like. So please raise your hand. Share your story with the class. Why do you dislike this place? Thiago, go ahead. Alright, thank you very much. For this slide here, we're not talking so much about a type of shopping that we don't like, but particular stores. So Thiago, can you think of a particular store that you dislike, and why you don't like that store? Alright, thank you very much, Thiago. That's exactly the kind of answer that we're looking for. So those are some very common complaints that we might have. Slow service, and not respecting their customers enough. Who else would like to speak next? Thiago did a great job there. Sahar, go ahead. Alright, thank you very much. And particularly a grocery store, you want that to be a clean place to buy your food. There's nothing more disgusting than buying food that you think might be dirty. Certainly we want supermarkets to be cleaner than other stores. Fang, let's hear from you. Alright, thank you very much. So you said in your answer the staff or the people that work there aren't smiling. So we might describe that as unfriendly staff. So when they're not smiling, we can say that they are unfriendly. Also watch out, you talked about going to shopping. We should usually just say when I go shopping. So we don't need to say go to shopping, but just go shopping. And our last question here, how important is customer service to you? We've discussed a lot of customer service problems. Who'd like to tell me, how important is customer service to you? Yeah, it definitely is a rare thing. I just recently moved to Korea here, and I find it funny. everybody who works in a store is usually on their mobile phone behind the cash or wherever they are. They really don't seem to work a lot, but whenever you rush into the store, they drop their cell phones as fast as they can and pretend like they're working. So really, it's not the same as it used to be. Fang, go ahead next. Alright, thank you very much. So your answer cut out a little bit there in the end. We had a bit of internet trouble. And Alciza, we haven't heard from you for a little bit. So could you tell us how important is customer service to you? Alright, no answer there. We can move on to our next slide here. So did you list any of these common customer complaints? We had a few of them that came up. Unfriendly staff. Okay, so were you ready to answer there? Thiago, go ahead. Alright, thank you very much. Good answer from you. Certainly, it's very frustrating if you buy something and you're not able to return it, especially if the store is also known for poor quality items. Fang, go ahead. Alright, thank you very much. That's an interesting one. It's very specific to the airline industry, but certainly I think that we can put that up as a very common customer complaint. We might put travel delays to include buses or other things as well. Alright, let's look at our next question here. Which do you think is the biggest problem for a store? So of all of these things, what is the biggest problem? And how do you think the store could solve these problems? So please raise your hand. Sahar, go ahead please. Alright, so Sahar, how do you think a store could solve these problems? That's another good one put up. Alright, thank you very much. Would anyone else like to make a comment? Please raise your hand. Tell us which of these do you think is the biggest problem for a store, and present some solutions for these problems. Fang, go ahead please. Alright, thank you very much. I think Thiago raised a good point earlier. Unfortunately, he left the class, but he said that a lot of times store employees are not very well paid. So certainly, if you're doing a job for almost no money, it's hard to see it as valuable work, and it's hard to really care about exactly what you're doing. So I think he raised a good point there as well. Let's look at our next slide. We're going to practice a little bit with some excuses. Look at the comments on the left, and look at the solutions on the right. So help me match them up. So we'll take the first one here. The store refused to give me back my money. Which of the solutions on the right do you think fits? And tell me, do you think, is this a good solution? Or can you think of a different solution? Fang, go ahead. Alright, so we could change our refund policies. That's the right answer. So what do you think, Fang? Is this a good solution to the problem? Can you think of another solution? So Fang, what do you think about this solution to the problem? Is this a good idea, or can you think of something different? Alright, thank you very much. Sahar, can you do the next one for us? Alright, thank you very much. Alciza, could you do the next one for us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, it's my first time. I'd like to say sorry for I was trying to talk before and no one was hearing me. And so I'll take the third. The store's website is terrible, and we could hire a website designer.
Alright, perfect. Thank you very much. You got the right answer there. Number 4. No one was available to help me. Fang, go ahead please. Yeah, you are right. No one was available to help me, so it matches. We could hire a few more salespeople. And last one. The staff was very impolite. Should be easy. Who'd like to do this one for us? Sahar, go ahead. Yeah, exactly right. Obviously, there's only one possible answer left up there. Alright, so let's put all of these things that we've learned in the class to use here. We're going to do a short role play. We'll do this a number of times so everybody gets a chance to practice. You and another store manager are discussing how to improve your store's customer service. You've been given a budget of $100,000. On the screen, we've got a large list of expenses. So student A, work with student B to decide how to spend the money. Student B, offer your own solutions to the problem. So I'd like to do this a few times so everybody gets a chance to practice. Could I get a few volunteers to go first? Try and work with the other student to spend the $100,000. So any volunteers to go first? I would like everybody to go a couple times here. So everyone's going to get a chance. Alright, in that case, let me pick some volunteers for us. Fang, would you like to be student A? And Sahar, could you be student B? So Fang, work with Sahar, try and spend this money to improve the store. Alright, good job to both of you. So Fang, before we finish off there, how much money did you end up spending? So Fang, what was your total budget in the end? Yeah, you had 100,000. Alright, thank you very much, Fang. Good job to both of you. Let's just look at a little bit of the language that we used. At one point we said to recruit more customers. We don't recruit customers. The expression that we'd use is to bring in customers. So you do these things to bring in more customers. And also we talked that the employees don't care this job. We always need to use the preposition about with care. So the employees don't care about this job. Alright, so great job on the first time through. Let's do this again. This time, Sahar, would you like to be student A? And Alceza, could you be student B? So Sahar A, Alceza B. Start us off, please, Sahar. Let's go ahead, Alceza. Could you help her spend the money?
Are you hearing me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Now we can, yes.
That's what I was saying that I believe that if you want to improve the customer services, because we have people already, we have customer already, but our service is not being good in the customer service. So I believe it's a service manager would be something that we should think about. So for about 30,000, I believe it could be something we should think about, not just about the manager itself, but the crew. And designing a new website should be something good too, because some people could just being helped by complaints. They could go, instead of going to the store, they could be assisted on the website. And it also could be about 10,000, I believe. And the refund policy should be something we should really think about, because if people are complaining about our products, we should really think about giving them a better option. And I believe we should spend about 30,000 on that. And advertising, doing advertising campaigns should be something we should think about, because people already know our customer service and they should know we have improved it. So let's see. I don't remember exactly how much I spent already. So I believe we still having 20,000 for spending with the advertising campaign. That's how I think we should work on the customer service. I'm done.
Mrs. Sahara, do you agree with all of Alcai's ideas? Alright, thank you very much. And still had $20,000 left over that she didn't end up spending. So that's a great way to save money for the company as well. Even perhaps adding an additional sales staff member would still come up under budget in that case. So great job there, Alcaiza. You did an excellent job spending all of the company's money. Alright, well, we're pretty much at the end of our time here. So let's move forward to our next slide, just to do a quick wrap-up. So today in class, we discussed what we like and what we don't like about shopping. We considered some common customer service complaints, and we went through all of those on the right. So slow service, not respecting customers, high prices, all of those things that we've talked about. And then we tried to work on some solutions to some common customer service problems. Before we finish off, I'd like to ask, does anybody have any questions? Anything that you're not sure about, would you like to please raise your hand, and we can talk about it. Alright, no questions there. Fang, go ahead. Alright, thank you very much. I remember probably the worst customer service that I ever got was in a restaurant for breakfast one day. I'd ordered some eggs and pancakes with toast. The girl had brought the wrong toast for me, and she dropped off the food. It took a long time to get it, and then there were so many mistakes with what she brought. She didn't come back to my table for 20 minutes. I eventually had to go and find the manager and complain. Eventually, when the girl came back to the table, at this point I was very mad. My food was cold in waiting for her to come back and bring me the things that I needed. She told me, just relax, it's not a big deal. So that was the worst customer service I ever got. I never went back to that place for breakfast. Alright, let me open up the slides so everybody can go back. Have a look at the things that we've done. And of course, before you go, feel free to sit in class here, discuss the questions with each other. So thanks everybody, have a great day, and goodbye.